Welcome back to the channel. Here we are, 2K, it's Eliminations Day. We're getting ready. I think they're calling us up to the lanes. I'm a little behind. We've been trying a bunch of things on Schmoopy's car to get it ready. I'll go into more detail afterwards, but I'm just gonna shoot some videos and we're going to, get going. Eliminations Day. They're all suiting up, getting loaded up. Tune's already in it. I'm just in the way, wasting time. So Dave had a bunch of issues with the truck. Tubes keep popping off, and he never qualified. There's enough people out of the 3 or 4 classes that didn't make it. They're now saying he can run as an alternate. The problem is he's racing another car over there. You can't really see it, that car. So I think I'm gonna wheel the truck for Eliminations. There we go, round one. Back in the shop for a little recap. You'll see I had some good video after round one. I'll put it here, but for some reason the audio didn't work, so we didn't get to hear my thoughts on the round one. But to recap, round one went perfect. It was the heat of the day, super hot out there, and we needed to tune up to get down so we could test the surface and see, kind of where we're at middle of the day tune up. But then we were gonna put more power kind of on the top and see how it does. The key was, and I'll show y'all here in a sec, I don't know if I mentioned in any of the other videos, but we were having some ignition problems up top, really high. And I'm gonna go into a quick little detail afterwards, but I needed him to let off early. So round one comes, we go, 117, 60 foot, heat of the day, sun's out, track temp's high. So super happy with the 60 foot. And then, goes 450, 160 something to the 8th. And then I have a little more boost up top in the midway, and it's making some steam. Significantly faster than the 690 at 199 qualifier. But because we're having those ignition problems up top, I tell them, like, hey, once you get up, 94, 9500, just let out. And coast to the end. So he actually lets out at 6.4 seconds into that run and coasted to a 692. New personal best coasting, over the last half second. It only went 190 something because he was coasting. So that pass gave us hope. We were super pumped, really happy, got a good baseline for the day, and then we were ready to go on to the next round. And I'll show the video here. That's weird, he freezes. So you can see round two, red lit. Kind of a bummer. It's part of racing, it happens. The guy he was racing has turbos and nitrous, so it spools really quick. So he doesn't do the traditional bump in. We talked about it with Barry ahead of time, kind of warned him about it, but it's out of the routine, right? It was a little different. So, he goes right in, and then, Barry starts spooling, takes a little longer, and I think he doesn't want a red light, or he doesn't want to time out. So he gets in and then ends up hitting the bump just one too many times deep stages. Well, since Barry's super fast on the light, deep staging, red lit. And not a huge deal as part of drag racing. We've all been there, we've all done it. But then, you know, so that pass, it goes, so you'll see on the slip, the 60 foot's actually slower, but that's because he was deep staged. And that makes a pretty big difference because you have less rollout to get going. But the data showed that the 60 foot was about the same. We were aiming for about the same, like 117, 118, 60 foot. I think it would have been right there if he wasn't deep staged. But then the 8th mile, as you see, the 8th mile, it went 450 at 166, I believe. Making some power. I'll show a snippet. We hit a new, you know, best on the boost level on that pass. We didn't get it all in early. We're kind of just testing the tune-up and seeing where it goes. But yeah, I made 50 pounds of boost. It's super cool, making some steam with that thing. We're making a ton of power with that car. But yeah, then, you know, we hit a safety, so, you know, revert to gate or cut off. We need to do some testing. But I mean, overall, we're all just really pumped. We've been putting a lot of work over the years on that car, and the dividends are finally paying off. You know, we'd go a little faster, this would be a problem. We'd go a little faster, and this would be a problem. We'd go a little faster, this would be a problem. And they just kept going. And this time's no different. We went faster, and look, we got an ignition problem we got to work through. I'm going to talk about that in detail here in a sec, but that kind of ended the day. Everyone else, you know, had tough first rounds. I drove Dave's truck. I don't think I have a video, but my tuner, Dave, put a bad tune-up in it. I spun out of the hole, so no big deal there. But yeah, then everyone else, you know, just kind of had a tough first round. So, you know, our 2K ended there, but as far as we were all concerned, huge win. We saw the dividends with the car. It's going super fast. We see the potential in it too. Like 690s is just like not even trying on that car anymore. Like, we're going to be really able to get going down in the 6s. So hang tight. We've already said what parts we got to get a hold of. We're going to a private test session, you know, here quick. Like, we want to keep the momentum going with that car. Something like that, you can't go race just once or twice a year. Like, you got to keep it going. So everything sounds great on the car. We need to get back out. I need to fix, you know, what's going on with the ignition. And we just got to keep going faster and faster. And then I think you're going to see 680s, 670s, 660s. And who knows how far we'll be able to go in the mile an hour, 205, 210 plus. Like, can't wait. That car's super legit. So let me switch this around and get my laptop out, and I'll kind of talk about the ignition problems. But, you know, that was 2K. It was a great time. It just, you know, it went super good. And yeah, I get it. Like, we were out, you know, red lit early, but we were all considering a win. We finally got the monkey off our back, got a 6-second pass, getting that car dialed in, super happy with it. So let's talk up on the tune-up now. Okay, so this is the qualifying data log. So this was the 6.9 at 199. The main thing I want to show you here is up at the top. This is where I was talking about we have some ignition problems. So check this out. Once it gets up here, what RPM is this? This looks like it's 9,200-ish, yep. So 9,200, it starts having ignition problems. Didn't know what this was. We've actually battled this for a little while. We thought it was valve flow on the old car, or on the old engine, but then when it came back with this one, we're like, man, like, what's going on with this? And I'm going to take you through as a fix as we test it. I have a lot more info on like diagnosing this and working through this. I did a bunch of system logs and whatnot. Come to find out, the way that Holley interprets the ignition signals from the cam and crank sensor, you can't leave it just defaulted to the Coyote setup. You have to do a custom ignition and do a bunch of different changes. We found this out Saturday. Big shout out to Lando over at FFRE. Went and talked to him and Lund Jr. and we, you know, kind of went through all that and figured out a bunch of information around this, and I had started messing with it late Saturday. We had other issues that we were working through, and then Sunday morning for Eliminations, I had got the car up and running with the custom ignition. We were verifying top dead center using a timing light and going through all of this. But at the end of the day, I didn't feel comfortable sending the car down, especially making full passes without the ability to really read plugs and take time to make sure it's dialed in. So we made the decision just to go with what we knew was timed, working correctly, and just have to let out a little early. We were confident if the day would have kept going, like the car would have gone 680s coasting the last bit, maybe even, a high 670 coasting. We were getting a ton of power into the car. And we just had to let out come 92 to 9400, but we didn't get there. So I felt like we could still go fast. We would just have to kind of coast the very top end, but coasting the last, couple hundred feet really doesn't hurt your time that much. Hurts your mile an hour, but doesn't hurt your time, a few hundredths. So anyways, long story short, I'll take you through a video when we get back out to the track of kind of going through all this and fixing this. I'm also going to be doing a dump video. Both of those cars really had to work through the dump valves on them. I got some dump strategies working on both of these that work really good. So I'm going to be doing a video on that. So stay tuned for that. But I just want to kind of show you, one of the issues that we had and going through that, why we're here. Let's see if we can pull up that last pass. So I believe this was the last pass that we made. It was. Check this out. And don't make fun of me. I'm weak on the timing still. But check out that boost level. That thing is screaming. So yeah, that's this was our last pass. We're really getting the power in this thing. It's got more boost left, but yeah, if we could get all this boost in early and get it through the run, I feel like this car still has a ton of potential. So a little sneak peek. We got a lot more coming with this car. Hang tight. Let me do a quick update on the shop and some other stuff. A quick story. I was over here welding the other day, and I don't know how y'all keep your tungsten. Mine are just in this little magnetic tray with all my gas stuff to swap out. And I hit this and they all went flying. Well, some of these don't have the colors on them because they're cut. I run the stubby all the time. So they're cut, so they don't have the colors. So I got them all mixed up and I got super mad about it. I'm like, this is silly. I bought tungsten holders in the pack. They're like the cheap plastic ones that roll around, and I hate them and they didn't last. Or you get a billet aluminum one that's like $100 or something. So I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to go make me something real quick. So I went and designed these from scratch and printed them. Super cool tungsten holders. I think they turned out awesome. I'm going to have these 4 colors: red, green, blue, gray. Those are 4 colors I use. Holler if you use another color. I can do more colors, obviously, but this is what I'm going to start with. And then I have gray, so you'll be able to get gray, no color, black, no color, or black with a color. But, they're magnetic, so they stick, super strong magnet. You could have, 20, 30 tungsten in this, hang it upside down while you're, welding in a car. It'll hold them good. Oh, nice, I can open this. Let me show you. So they just, thread on tops. And they hold, so I got like 10 tungsten in here, plenty of room. You could put a lot more in there if you wanted. But then, stubby one as well. This will hold ones that are like a little over half cut. This is the one that I would use all the time. But super cool. These are just, something that has driven me crazy, that, I just wanted to make something nice. I feel like, quality like I do with all the stuff I work on. I feel like these are street car Joe quality. Any ones that I've had, they're kind of junk. They look like junk. They look super nice. I think they're cool. This blue one's my favorite. The blue just really stands out on the black. You can't see the magnet, it's embedded in there, but super strong. These things are super nice. But anyone else that's selling something equivalent to this, they're like $25 for one of these. So, grant, magnet, everything, these aren't super cheap, but I'm gonna sell them a pair. I'm gonna do a pair like this. They'll be the same color, but I'm gonna do a pair for $25. I think that's a deal for 2 of them. And maybe if you do 2 pairs, like I'll discount it. Maybe it'll be like $40 for 2 pairs or something. But I'm going to get them on the website. Check them out, streetcarjoe.com. They're really nice. I'm like super proud of this. Like I would, you know, yeah, I'm super proud of this. I'm changing all my stuff over to these because I love them so much. But getting caught up on jigs, you guys are just wiping me out of inventory on these things. I'm finally getting caught up on jigs. I have a little bit of inventory, so shipping same day on this stuff. Same with the Milwaukee Packouts, Gen 1 and Gen 2. I'm getting caught up on these as well. These ship, you know, same day or next day, but I'm going to be close to caught up on these. So getting caught up, I got a bunch of these in stock as well already. This is just, you know, it's stuff that frustrates me that I'm trying to provide to everyone. So, you know, go check them out, streetcarjoe.com, and then, you know, hang tight, doing a little bit of fabrication, starting the Coyote swap, and yeah, we will see y'all in the next one.